marker. Gran Turismo review, guys. Let's get right to it. Action! What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I am your host, Ryan G, aka Ryan 16.
I'm Angela, by Kelly DeAnge.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. If you have not already, be sure to like, share, subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk page for movie reviews in this case, or trailer reactions. So we are a little late to the party for this game, for this movie/game movie, and you know, this film was actually one of our mystery screeners for Regal Unlimited. We're actually Regal Unlimited members, guys, and you know, we were kind of hesitant at first being Regal Unlimited members, and then, long story short, we like it. We enjoy it. I actually enjoy these mystery screeners, right? I mean, would you agree?
Yeah, I feel that it's a really cool concept to just be able to buy a ticket and you're like, you really don't know what's going to show.
Yeah.
Until you actually get to the theater. Granted, they give clues. Hints, right? And I think we've guessed like 2 for 2 now.
Oh, I have 2 for 2.
Yeah, so I still enjoy it, though. It's pretty cool to see like the movies, not just ahead of time, but also like surprise. And I've been enjoying that. So I enjoy our Regal membership. I think it's been really beneficial to go to the movies so much. Yeah. And just to have that one fee. Yeah. Monthly fee, it's basically paid for itself like 4 times over already.
Oh yeah, 110%, a guarantee. All right, guys. So Angela, what are we reviewing today? What are we talking about today?
We are talking about Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo, guys, was our mystery screener. Which I guessed it already. I was just like the runtime. I was literally like nitpicking. It needs to be the perfect run. The runtime. What's the marker? It was like they put like a little racing flag too on their Instagram. I was just like, it's gotta be it, right? It's gotta be it.
Yeah, they give hints, but
yeah, definitely. Gran Turismo tells a story based on the unbelievable, inspiring true story of a team of underdogs, a struggling working class gamer, a failed former race car driver, an idealist, motorsport, etc., who risk it all on the most elite sport in the world. All right, with that being said and everything, I have to be totally honest here and truthful here. I did not know this was based on a true story.
And also, to add another that, I've never played the games. Yeah. I'm more of a Grand Theft Auto person. Oh, I love Grand Theft Auto,
but yeah.
Mario Kart. So
I'm not too familiar either.
We're not too familiar with the games. I know they have 7 of them. I think I looked it up. The first one was ever released in like 1997. Yeah. And so, with that said, I still think it was a pretty cool movie. Some of the effects they did, it kind of made it like a game. Yeah. And I thought that was really cool, really smart to do. You know, I like fast movies. You know, you have Fast and Furious. There's a whole bunch of like racing movies out there, but I gotta say this was a little bit different. You know, like you say, it's based on a true story, and that I think was very interesting because the concept is like these gamers are being thrust into like actual racing. Yeah, and it's funny because you see it in the trailer. Like he's like, you want to take video gamers, strap them to like a car that goes 200 miles an hour and race and compete against actual professional athletes. It's a wild idea.
It's bizarre,
so wild. But like I think the cast was great. You know, we had some familiar faces going into this. Of course we had David Harbour, Orlando Bloom. So I was really intrigued from the trailer,
doing the leads
from the start, and I gotta say I was pleasantly surprised by this movie. I gotta say,
you know, there's a lot of things I took out of this film. So if you haven't already, check out our out of theater reaction, by the way. And I was a little hesitant. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit like, okay, like it was okay. I enjoyed it for what it was, but then actually to really think about it, because this is we're actually reviewing it a few weeks later after watching this film. And so after really meditating on it, marinating really so much on it, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed this movie. This movie was a really good time. But I go back to where I did not know this was a true story at all until in the first opening of the scene, we're like, based on a true story. Like, what the? I did not know that.
And it's,
one bit.
Again, it's wild.
It's bizarre.
It's so wild that this actually happened.
Yeah, and you really get lost in the world because the way they filmed this. Okay, so this movie is not a perfect movie. Let me go out and say that. You know, it's definitely a film to where it had its problems. I think the runtime was, for me, I mean, I would say, for me, the runtime was the problem here. Just 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think way too long. That's my take here. I know some theaters actually, some theaters in San Antonio, which I knew one of my buddies, Brian, he actually went to go see this movie as well at Regal Huebner Oaks. He did say there's people cheering and crying in his screening. We didn't see that in ours. We saw a couple people cheer every now and then, but like it was kind of empty in our screening. But a lot of it had to do with more so the nostalgia of the game, right? Because there's a lot of things I feel like I missed on some.
Because we're not familiar with that, and like I said, some of the effects they did kind of like mimics as if you're like in a simulation, like the game. So I thought that was really cool.
The mimics, though, the way the graphics, the way they did so well was the fact that they were able to do the truthfulness behind. Like you were playing the game, and then it versus real. Like they did a lot of visual effects that were really good. I really enjoyed a lot of that. Also, what I really enjoyed was the camera work in the different angles that we got in the race car games, or the race car in the tournament, in the moment that they were racing,
like in the car,
and also even outside of the car too, because even the whole race itself when they're going through it, that was really good.
I
enjoyed it.
Every single like racing scene was done beautifully, right?
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's not a perfect movie. I think for me, it wasn't just the runtime. It was a little long, but for me, it was like this forced subplot of like a romance subplot.
Yeah.
I don't think it needed it. If it happened, it happened. Great. But I personally don't think this story should have formed.
It was pointless. I hate to say that, but it was kind of like it didn't reach. It wasn't significant to the story.
It wasn't
so much.
It was,
and not to criticize the actress who played her. Let's be honest. I'm not criticizing any of the actress. I'm more so criticizing it and putting it into it as a story arc, or into the story arc of the climax moment. And if he did have that person, that's great. That's truthful. But the fact of the matter is that we go back to where like, oh, it's a movie, it's a drama, it's and granted, they are so many damn times, including Oppenheimer, which I did not know this, but in Oppenheimer we found out that the poison in the apple did not happen. That was not truthful.
Well, it's
dramatic.
It's dramatic.
It's to create
unverified.
That movie, It's to create that movie magic that touches up on the story. You make stuff up and then you take away stuff. So it's that's why it's
based on a true story.
Yeah, or like what do they always say? That's inspired. That one. Inspired by true events.
Yes.
So like you're not getting the whole truthfulness, and even more so if you really think a story, any story, not just a gaming story, just any story, if you really love that story or that movie and you like, it makes you want to research it. Okay, let's watch documentaries about it. Let's read a book about it. Let's there's so many different forms of information that you can get versus YouTube versus other stuff. It's just there's so much information. Even YouTube, TikTok, there's so much information out there. It's so easy for us to get and to just fact check everything, And so I'm gonna say this, like for me, it didn't bring any significant part into the story, which sucks because I'll be honest here. This 2 hours and 15 minutes, the runtime, it was dragging. I'm not gonna lie, it was. Yeah. There were certain moments where it took a little bit too long to get
there.
Even the first, so we see in the first beginning of this film, we see where he's at, that character, Jane, Han. I'm sorry, Han.
Jan
who's played by Archie,
Madekwe?
Madekwe, yeah, there you go.
I'm so sorry. We are terrible at pronunciation.
Yeah, if I'm butchering that, I apologize. Archie plays a really good character.
Yeah,
I really am inspired by him because of the fact that this kid is, and so he's a 90s baby.
He's tall.
Yeah, and he's tall. He's a tall guy. He portrays his character so well. I enjoyed him in so many sequences here. I enjoyed his his anxiety. There's anxiety moments in here that he really gets intuitive, and it really touches a toll on him, and I love that because it's very truthful. They really touch up on that, and more so of the story that he really portrays that and brings that to life. I love that. I really did.
I gotta say, I think he did such a great job.
Yeah. Orlando Bloom's character, David Harper's character, the writing in here, the screenplay was not good. I'm gonna say there's so many special. Again, the speech moments that we got out of here, they were just, maybe that was the point, right? It could be obviously the point, guys. But for me, the speech moments here, even more so Orlando Bloom's character, it felt very unfinished. There was a lot of stuff, like David Harper's character he plays Jack Salter, and there's a lot of misinformation. I feel like I was missing part of the movie in a weird way. I was like, wait, what's their relationship? And they don't really identify. It's a mentor and almost like Ford versus Ferrari kind of vibes in here. But then you kind of
they kind of touch into it, but it's very a lot of things are implied. Just left
there,
it's like they explain it like a little bit, like he, Jack used to be in racing, and he's no longer there.
Yeah,
I think because Orlando Bloom's character, he's working with Nissan.
Yeah,
Nissan.
Yeah.
They're in the car industry.
Yeah.
they're into cars. He knows they have some sort of relationship. Like you're right, it's not 100% explained, but it's kind of implied. I personally, as much as I like Orlando Bloom, I don't think he brought anything special to the role, which is not a knock on him. Again, I agree with you. I think it was
more so the script. Written. Yeah, the script, the story.
Same thing with a little bit David Harbour. As much as I like him, I think he was a little bit more special. That he brought to the role. I think a little bit more pizzazz. But again, it boils down to the script, and I don't think it was very well written as it could have been. As much as I really enjoyed the cast and they gave it their all, I think, like I said, the lead Archie did such a great job. I love David Harbour. I love Orlando Bloom. Sorry. I that was one of my problems again, and also the forced romance subplot for me was kind of a downhill. But did it take away from the racing scenes? No, the racing scenes is standalone, amazing, fabulous, on point. All of them. And it is a lot of racing scenes, which I like. I really like that they focused majority on the racing. This
was actually directed by Neil Blomkamp. And here's the thing. So I do apologize if I'm butchering that. I apologize on that. But he's actually known for doing the film District 9,
which I like.
Which is not my favorite sci-fi movie. It's good. It's not my favorite, I would say. The thing, too, is that this film tries to be too much. I think this movie, and it sucks because for me to say this, right? This movie I felt like needed more comedy. I feel like they made it too much of a drama to where it really like gets lost in its own way. And it sucks because the comedy in here was actually kind of funny. I enjoyed a lot of the jokes in here. Yeah. And I was just like, it could have been a thrill / comedy, almost like, just a thrill of a ride, getting you into the seat of this. And I wish they would have capitalized more so on that, but I feel like they were trying to go way more dramatic, more so. And you get that out of the movie, in my take. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. But yeah, was this film we deserved? I'm saying, why not? Why not? Rating 1 out of 10, 10 be the highest, Angela. When you give this rating?
6.5.
So I'm gonna do it a 5.5. 5.5, a little bit slightly above average, just because this runtime and everything. I felt like it wasn't necessary. I felt like it could have been an hour and a half, and it would have changed my rating for one, and for two, if it would have added a little bit more comedy in here, I think that would have really capitalized on the film's projection here. But this film actually is coming out at the end of this month. It got switched around because of the Sony slate and everything, because of the SAG, and just more so just everything that's going on in the world right now. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what fans are going to think of this film, because I know for a fact that people are really going to like those racing moments. And I feel like I really hope and feel that those racing moments are really going to capitalize how good this film is versus just the unfinished stories in here. But yeah, all right, guys. But yeah, any final thoughts, Angela?
Give it a shot. I mean, if you're on the fence, I know a lot of people are a little bit apprehensive when it comes to adaptations of anything, books,
or even more so adaptations of games. You know.
But just give it a shot. You might be surprised. Like I said, I think the cast did such a great job. As much as we didn't love it, I think that there are going to be people out there, the general base will probably enjoy this film.
If you're a fan of this game, I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. I'm like 80% sure you're going to love it.
Again, those racing scenes are just,
they're good.
They're so great.
They're really good.
And I just gotta say, just give it a shot. I think it's gonna be a great summer movie. I know it's gonna come out the end of the month in the summer. But hey, before back to school, before back to work, check it out.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. And call me Ryan680.
I'm Angela. That's Kelly Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Check you later, guys. Stay safe, San Antonio. Peace.